Hello everybody, I'm going to wait for a few more to join us and then we're going to head on our headquarters and art tour. As you can see, I'm by our elevator and our sign that points to where we're going to go. All right, we'll see if anyone else is ready to join us. We'll give them a couple minutes. Okay, let's see. I'm going to give everyone just a few more moments to join us. And if anyone has any questions or comments, please tap in and I'll try to catch them. All right, from Charlotte, we see we're going to do a headquarters tour. We're going to take a peek at the office, our art closet, and some of our collections, and even unbox a donation. Okay, maybe one more moment and then I'm gonna get going. All right, I'm gonna start walking towards the office. This is our hallway and some of our neighbors. Here you can see WPI and H9 Films that are on the 7th floor with us here at the Printers Building in Worcester, Mass. And now I'm going to show you near our office door. Let's see, this is some of our promotional posters, our favorite events, some fan art. This article shows our balafon player, Bala Kuyate, who was in the Boston Globe for winning the NEA National Heritage Award last fall. All right, and now we're going to head into the office. Take a quick peek at our beautiful space. All right, so now we're going to head over to our art closet. That's our first stop. Our art collection is all for education, and teachers come and pick out 10 to 15 pieces for their school. And then the schools where we do our African Arts and Education Residency get to live with these art pieces for a whole month that overlaps with when we'll be at their school. All right, so here is a peek at our art closet. As you can see, we have all types of art. We have a lot of beautiful masks up here. And here's a little peek. And now I'm gonna hang up. I have an awesome tripod, and I'm gonna hang you up so I can show you a couple specific pieces. All right, bear with me. Okay, so one piece I want to show you guys is this metal rhino. He has these really cool intricate swirl details. You can see his tail. This is a fan favorite. A lot of the animal art goes into schools a lot of the time. And this one's surprisingly heavy. And I also want to make sure to let you know that a majority of these pieces came from Gordon Langton and the Gallery of African Art, which is where Crocodile River music had its roots. And this is another piece I want to show you. It's a Kifwibi mask from the Democratic Republic of the Congo. We have a lot of these in our collection. You can recognize them by this ridge that comes down the forehead. Most Kifwibi masks have that. And also see these lines and this white pigment. Almost all Kifwibi masks have them, and many of them have this interesting X mouthpiece on it. So we'll see if we see any others on our tour. All right, so next we're gonna go out and take another look at our space. So here you can see our wonderful headquarters space. And this is where we've held some events like the African Music Series. Last spring we had Here, let me turn around so you can see it behind me. Last spring, we had the African Music Series, which was a series of 3 concerts where Crocodile River Music was joined by a few other African and African-inspired bands, and it was awesome. We had about 75 people in the space each event, and we also had Worcester's Got Talent, which featured our African Artists Initiative artists, which are local artists that we want to support and share with our community who came in and performed. And now I'm going to head over and we're going to look in depth at some of these pieces. And as I can see we have a few more viewers. If you have any comments or questions, please add them into the chat box. All right, so here's a few pieces. Here's another Kafwibi mask on our wall. And then here you can see an antelope mask. And then this is one of my favorite guys right here. It's a bush cow mask. And as you can see, he has some really wonderful metal tack details and cowrie shell eyes. We can even see he has some pretty sharp teeth in there. So that's some of our mask art. And then we're gonna move over here and look at some of our fabrics. This one is a Bogolan Fini. It's from Mali in West Africa. And this is also often referred to as mud cloth. As you can see, they have these really cool geometric repeating patterns throughout the cloth. And then another one of my favorite pieces here is our kente cloth. This is from the Ghanaian Empire. Each kente cloth is a unique pattern and they represent different things for the society. And these are beautiful hand-woven pieces. If I flip it to the inside, you can see some of where it's woven. Ooh. All right, so now we're gonna take a little look at our office spaces and where we work and a beautiful view that we get to live with every day. All right, so here are our office spaces. And here is where we usually see Rochelle sitting there, our administrator, and Zach, our director, but no one is with me today. And then here's a couple more of our desk spaces where we do all of our work. And now I want to show you this gorgeous view. So we can see all across the hills of Worcester. And then if you look over here, we can see that beautiful mural which is on the back of the Hanover Theater. The Hanover Theater is a great partner and friend of ours. We teach drum and dance classes in the fall and spring. And if we look down Portland Street, right over there, we're looking at the backside of Pop-Up Worcester. It's a great sunny day. I'm so glad you guys can see all of this. All right, so now, the last stop on our tour is we're gonna unbox one of our awesome art donations. It came from Tom and Pam Pendleton. They spent a lot of time in their life in the Congo, and they wanted to share their art with us. I'm gonna hook you up so you guys can see me do this unboxing. They wanted to share their art with us so it would get used and be seen by people as they decided to downsize their house. So we're so thankful for that art donation. If you have a piece that is looking for a new home, we'd be happy to talk to you about it. That's one of the things we love is, getting to have art, continue to be used. So let's see what we have here. Okay, so this is woven out of fiber, sort of reeds. I think it's probably a shaker or sifter for rice or millet. You can see the grain would go in here, and then as you shake it, the rice and things would go through these little holes in the reeds. All right, we have a question that says, I have a mask, but I don't know where it's from. Can you tell from a photo? If you sent us a photo to info@Crocodile River Music, that's something we certainly would be happy to help you research or we might know about. And if we don't, we could have some friends that we could ask and help you find out where it is from. All right, our next thing is this beautiful calabash. This one is a gourd. As you can see, it's a hollowed out half gourd. It's an instrument that we use in our music. This one is really intricately carved, as you can see, and it even has a camel right here. It also has a nice leather band with a geometric pattern around the edge. And you might see these cowrie shells. They're decorative, but they also can make noise as you play it. Our band has a couple ways that they play it. One is you hit it like a drum, and another is you can flip it upside down, and because it has these cowrie shells, you can shake it like this. So those are some really cool ways that they can be played, and we love having beautiful pieces like this in our collection. So thank you so much to the Pendletons. All right, now let's see what else is in this box. This is a beautiful mask. I don't know too much about this piece from first looking at it. It's not one that I recognize, but I can tell you a few things about it from what I know of the other masks in our collection. So we have some scarification details here, and then there's also some geometric details on the chin and along the nose. And then this also has some grass, some dried grass headpiece, and then as you can see, there's also this woven piece that would go sort of along the back of someone's neck who is wearing this mask. This is a really exciting piece. I really love the masks, and so this is something that I'd want to do some more research and learn a little more about, and then it would join our art collection that could go into schools. All right, this next thing, this I think is some kind of instrument. I'm not sure what it would be called, but as you can see, it has a zebra and giraffe pattern. It's kind of like a little drum with these little wooden knobs, and I've seen these before, even though I don't know what they're called, and this is how you would play it. So you would put it between your two hands and then rub them together. So this is pretty exciting. We have a whole variety of woven pieces and masks and instruments. So let's see, I think there's a few more things in the box. Wow, can you see the bright beading already? So this piece is pretty cool. I know a little bit about this. It's called a Kuba ceremonial hat. It's from the Congo. We have a similar one in our collection, but this one has really bright, colorful beads. Here's the inside of the hat and these sort of semicircle pieces on the side. And this one actually needs a little repair, which is something we do as well, but it's really cool. You can see right inside, you can see the beads, you can see this sort of twine that's here and this wood piece that makes the structure that the art is on. Okay, let's see, we have another question. How did you come to love studying this? Okay, so that question is, I was an art history major in my undergrad, and I spent a lot of time with modern and contemporary art, and then as I joined Crocodile River, I wanted to learn more about our collection, and I've spent a lot of time getting to know it, but there's still so much more to learn. So we also have a beautiful library that might be on another tour that has a lot of art books that I use. Let's see, anything in the collection from Central African Republic? You know, that's not something I don't know right off the top of my head, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did have a couple pieces. All right, okay. I see a question, was that a head? No, let me bring that back. It has a face on it, but it's actually just a carved mask, see? Okay, let's see, what else? Oh, this is really cool. This looks like it's woven out of that same grass or reed material that the basket was, but if you can see, this is a little giraffe. It probably was a toy, but it's a really interesting piece because we don't have anything like it. All right. All right, let's see. This is something I don't actually know anything about. If anyone knows the name of it, I'd love to hear it, but I think it's probably some kind of instrument. As you can see, it has these little notches that you could scrape this piece on. And this hollow gourd, as you can see the gourds in a lot of instruments, the calabash was also a gourd, and maybe it rolls along here. So this is a piece that happens sometimes in our donations that maybe you don't know anything about it, but we want to find out more. Wow, this is a very special piece. We have something similar on the wall, but nothing quite like this. This is made of raffia grass. It's a woven Kuba cloth. If you remember, I said this beaded hat is also from the Kuba people. So this beautiful piece, I'm going to bring it right up, is hand tufted. Each of these rows of soft fiber is been hand stitched into the back of this woven cloth. This is a really beautiful piece, and we're really excited to have it, and probably will be in display pretty soon. So to wrap this up, I want to show you, this is the hand tufted Kuba, and I'm going to bring you over to our other Kuba cloth. So just bear with me. All right. Okay, so now we're going to head back over near the kente cloth and the Bogolon fini. I'm going to show you here. So there's our kente cloth, our Bogolon fini, a couple masks, and this is another example of a Kuba cloth. This one is hand woven of the same materials, but as you can see, it has appliques of another color. And then you have cowrie shell decorations and some more embroidery details. Oh, that's so great, Charlotte. I love that. Okay, so we have someone who says, love wide shots of the whole space from the front door. So to wrap this up, unless there are any other questions, I'm going to head back there and show you our office and headquarters space again. And if there's anything we missed, send us an email, message us here, and we'd love to hear from you. All right, here's our office space. Let's see. All right. And just in case any of you joined late, I just wanted to introduce myself again. I'm Meredith Combs. I'm the program manager. I work with the art and our library collection. I help organize events and do a lot of other things because I love being a part of Crocodile River. So can you visit? Yeah, we love to have people in our space as soon as it's safe to do so. We would like to host some events. And as we learn what the protocols are, maybe we'll do some small group events. But we really love having people in the space for our concerts. Sometimes we've had other people like ACE, African Children Education, has joined us and used this space. So we definitely love to have people come in, and it is rentable. So I'm gonna just see if there's any other questions. Hang out for a couple more minutes, but thank you so much for joining me for this Live at 5. All right, I'll show you the space one more time before I sign off. All right, thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you next week for another edition of Live at 5.